first step to getting length and maintaining that length is time. If you do not have time to contribute to the health and the length of your hair, it's just not gonna grow. If you don't have time to do it, or you don't have time to allow someone else to do it, it just will not grow. That is just it, point blank in the period. Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to another Cash Check or Credit with Kira. And today it's all about the hair again, but this is for you naturalistas out there, us naturalistas. And this video is going to be geared towards how do you get long hair and maintain long natural hair, long natural healthy hair. What are those tips and secrets that I have found over the years? I have been natural, totally natural now for about 6 years, just ongoing. But of course, everybody, black people start off natural. So, add in that time, and then I was relaxed, and then I wasn't, and then I was a little bit, and then I wasn't. So we're back now. A lot of people want to tell you about you have to have all these different products, this whole arsenal, when you really don't. So stay tuned. I am going to show you what I do and what I have done over the years and what I have found that works for not only myself, but as well as my girls, what is making their hair grow and keep their hair long and healthy. I'm gonna tell you the things that a lot of people don't tell you, especially if they are trying to push products on you. So stay tuned, let's get into it.
Open up, tell you out for pop, let your emotions waterfall on me. Open up, open up. Open you up like a Pokeball. Open up, tell you out for pop, let your emotions waterfall on me. Open up, open up. Need to deep breathe, hard and complicated.
Wash your hair. Wash your hair as often as you possibly can. I know a lot of people say, try to keep your hands out of your head, get your protective style, Washing your hair doesn't always mean getting in the shower or going to the sink, the bowl, whatever you call it. But you will either need to wash your hair actually with water, shampoo, conditioner, co-wash, some sort of form of that. Or you can even use dry shampoo. Now, a lot of people will tell you it's the products. Well, it's not always necessarily all about buying the higher end products. It's just about making sure your scalp gets cleaned, as well as that you're putting that moisture back in. So some shampoos are clarifying. They're gonna clean and get your hair like squeaky clean, almost like it feels like it's stripped, but then you add that moisture back in. So after you've cleaned, make sure you moisturize. Now, I will say, the shorter hair that you have, the more often I would suggest to wash it. So when I had shorter hair, I was washing my hair actually with shampoo, maybe about every 3 days, but I would do a co-wash just about every day. So if it wasn't a co-wash day, it was a shampoo day. And I would revive my hair, just water, conditioner, or I maybe just use some foaming mousse and call it a day. And I loved it. And my hair loved being cleaned or co-washed. And another thing, cut your hair. You don't always, okay, so I said cut your hair, trim your hair. You want to cut those ends, especially if they're dead, if your wash and goes are not quite turning out right, or if you flat iron your hair and it's not quite turning out right, the braid outs, the twist outs, something is going funky with the edges, not edges, but the ends of your hair. Definitely go ahead and clip those ends. Do not be afraid. I promise you they will come back, unless you have an underlying medical condition, then that's something totally different. But cut your hair or clip those ends. It's okay. They will come back. They were dead anyways. They have been dead. They were not alive. Trust me. They're not alive. Something to detangle. You need something that is wonderful for detangling. So you can use a big wide tooth comb. I don't have mine in here, but it's in my other videos. old school wide tooth detangler. I love a Denman brush. A Denman brush is amazing. I detangle my hair with shampoo, as well as I detangle my hair when I put in my conditioner, and I detangle again when I get out. And section my hair. I put my hair into 4 quadrants, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you in a little bit what I do before I get into the shower and how I keep it. I probably won't show you in the shower, but I keep those sections the entire time. I just work from section to section to section, starting with the top and then working my way to the back for shampoo all the way through the conditioners.
Monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's inappropriate. The way she's approaching us, I disassociate. Exfoliate.
Detangle your hair dry. Do not try to comb your hair dry unless it's straightened. Don't comb your curly hair dry. Okay, I think we already know that. I hope we know that. If we don't, now you know. My bonnet, should I say, I have that. So I'm going to wash that. And I wash mine in my shampoo. Whatever shampoo it is that I'm using, that is what I use to wash whatever I protect my hair with overnight. I also use that to clean my brushes, my combs, whatever it is that I have been using, because these things need to be clean unless you're the type of person that just uses them and tosses them. I do have some combs and tools that I use, and then I just toss them. I just don't feel like dealing with them anymore. But if you want to keep your different tools that you found that work really well for you, make sure you go ahead and clean those. So I clean those with shampoo, a little bit of warm water, and if I do have time, so if I'm doing a wash and go, I just let them soak overnight. But for the style that I'm hoping to achieve this go round, it will not be a wash and go. So I will dry these things, or lay them out to dry, or dry them with the blow dryer, or like the bonnet that will go into the dryer. All right. So when you are washing your hair, you wash your hair in warm water, or either you can wash it hot if you like. You can wash your hair in warm water or hot if you like. But you will need to make sure that once you're done with that hair I love cold water, but sometimes cold water is just a little too cold, especially in the winter. So cool water, not hot, not even really warm. It's got to be cool, especially if you are going for a style that is going to be like a twist out, a braid out, a wash and go, something that you're going to have your hair in a curly state. That's the healthiest thing, to have your curls just be beautiful and your hair is going to feel so good. And you need to make sure that you have a leave-in conditioner. A leave-in conditioner, and deep condition maybe, every other week. Deep condition about every other week. I think that would be good for you. Maybe not, you don't have to deep condition every single time, especially if you're doing those co-washes, but definitely get you a good deep conditioner. Now that is where you want to spend those bucks, in a leave-in or a good deep conditioner. But the shampoos, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on it. Just something that your hair is responding well to. And I will have to say, I try out products just because I want to see how it will work. But I have found that if I stick with a routine of 2 or 3 different types of shampoos, that works out really well, especially for my girls. And I found that sometimes, your hair gets complacent with what you've been using. Like at first, it may be working out so good, like, oh, this is the best shampoo, the best conditioner, I'll never use anything else. And then all of a sudden, it's like, girl, what happened? Where did we go wrong? So, keep you about 2 or 3 different ones where you can switch it up, because for some reason, I don't exactly know why, I do not have any sort of hair styling license. I'm not a beautician. I'm not a licensed beautician or cosmetologist or anything like that. I just have had hair all my life. Well, okay, I lied. I did not have a whole lot of hair until after I was 3. But anyways, I found that for some reason you have to play tricks on your hair. And so the shampoo I'm using today is Tea Tree Triple Treat Invigorating Shampoo. So I got a huge bottle of these, and of course the conditioner to go along with it. This is the Tea Tree Triple Treat Invigorating Conditioner. Yes, for all hair types. Let's go. I got them for $10 a piece. You can't see, I got them from Marshall's, which was a really good deal because they were like, what, $32.99? It showed what it used to be. And then I got them for $10 a piece, which is great because normally you get like, let me show you. Normally you get maybe about that much, you know, from the hair store for about $7-8. But I love these. This tea tree, you can really feel it in your scalp. And you know what, the tea tree here reminds me of the shampoo from the Taraji P. Henson line. I forget what the name of it was, but you can feel that, you know, working in your scalp. And be careful because if you get these in your eyes, it will burn. So be very careful. But yeah, let's get started on these. All right, so now that you have freshly washed your hair, you have kept it in your 4 quadrants and conditioned. Normally, what I like to do in my regimen and what has worked for me in getting length and retaining length is also putting my leave-in inside of the shower, but I could not remember where my leave-in was. And I'm pretty much out, so I'm gonna just pop this in my hair while I'm on camera anyways. And then I am going to blow dry my hair because the style that I want is, I'm gonna want it to be a little more sleek. Now, for you curly girls out there who do not prefer to have heat in your hair, that is something that will also help you, you know, retain the length and the moisture and not have all that damage, is reducing the amount of heat that you put in your hair, whether it be blow drying, sitting under a blow dryer, flat ironing it, curling it, all of those things, especially if you want to keep your curl pattern as curly as possible. But yeah, so I don't always, this has probably been the year that I have straightened my hair and put heat in my hair the most. In most cases, it's in some plaits under a wig, or it's some sort of crocheted style. So protective styling is huge. Definitely want to do protective styles, but you want to make sure that, like I say, you clean your hair. But if you don't have time to contribute and detangle your hair, section your hair off, find what products work for you, wash it often, you're gonna have a harder time getting to see that length that you want. It's only gonna get to a certain level and then it's gonna start breaking off. So yeah, number 1 tip is, if I back it all the way up, have time for your hair and have some protective styles or styles where you don't have to touch your hair a whole lot. You know, it's definitely fun to wear your curls out or whatever it is that you want to do with your hair, but a lot of times you just need it put away. And this is something that I found out that, you know, there were quite a few people years ago who were jumping on the train to be natural again, or either I went to a forum where all the ladies were natural and they were going to talk about natural hair care and, you know, porosity, hair type, all that type of stuff. And I was like, yes, because I was just starting my transition and I was hoping to get so much information from them and, you know, build like this community. But what I found is that there were women there, and also some of them brought their children. And I was expecting to come into the room and find women with these big, beautiful hairstyles or whatever it was, just, you know, just really styled and put together. But for the most part, that is not what I found. Thankfully, things have changed now. Like, people have gotten creative and have spent more time. But what I thought was interesting is some of these women who were at that forum at that time, this was years ago, this was about 7 years ago. Some of them had been natural, you know, 10 years, 15 years, their whole life, 2 years. And the common mantra of the evening was, I don't know what to do with my hair. I cannot get my hair to do X, Y, Z. I just don't know what to do with it. I just plait it up and that's pretty much it. And it was apparent. It looked like they had no idea. So, thankful there is YouTube, but even before YouTube, there were magazines out there. There was hype hair. You know, there are people in the community who know how to braid hair. You know, there have been wigs out there since I don't even know. Some people are gonna tell you, you know your type of hair, and then you'll know how often to wash it, what products to use. I'm gonna tell you guys the type of hair that I have. Look, I don't have no type. Hair on my head is all that I like. That is it. And also, when you get out of the shower, you are going to want to do not use your towel, you know, that you use to dry off with. Use a t-shirt, preferably a really soft t-shirt would be amazing, but just a t-shirt until you're ready to deal with your hair. But I don't know what my hair type is. I'm just not that girl. I don't know. My hair type is dark brown. That's the type of hair that I have. Dark brown down my back. That's the kind of hair I have, because my hair is different textures in different places. I don't have just one type. And I don't know that I really believe in hair typing. Like, I don't know. That's another conversation for another time. But just in case you guys were wondering or thought that I would hint on that, I won't, because I don't know what it is. I don't think that I fully believe in that. Yeah,